The amount of trust I put in the people that make my bagel consistently, and I'm consistently disappointed with the result. They told me the bagel was warm. I didn't need to toast it. Okay. I said, for Pam, cut the bagel or whatever, slice it, don't toast it, cream cheese on the side, veggie cream cheese. What did we get? No veggie cream cheese. It was just regular cream cheese. And they put the cream cheese on the bagel. What are we doing? Do I have to just nitpick, micromanage every part of my life? Anyway, these are just several first world problems. I guess a couple. It was only 2. Anyway, top and bottom talk. We are here. It took us, I don't even know how long. It took us a while. We're at the top 10. Should I split it up into 2 episodes? Speak up. Anyone? Nobody. Okay. Yeah. All 3 listeners chime in together. No, so we're just going to do the top 10 and finish it out. I do have an idea for my next, other than obviously just talking to people, which I might be doing Zoom calls. I got to research how that works and make sure it sounds good, but I might be doing Zoom calls, which would allow me to talk to people outside, the local area. So that would jazz it up a little bit. I think I'm going to tackle some movies here, but I'm not exactly sure. I have some ideas. We'll get into those later. You're here to hear my top 10, obviously. So let's get to it. The football game that I'm watching is pretty much over. Jaden Daniels broke my little heart. Number 10 is Radiohead. Perhaps you're familiar with them. Album is In Rainbows. Song is Videotape. Activity was, I put sinking. Oh, that wasn't a comma. Sinking in water. Actually, I like it better when it's sinking, comma, in water. Yeah, this one's a grower, not necessarily a shower. So when did this come out? Okay, 2007, 10 songs, 42 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Came out in 2007, and I think maybe the album before this, I don't remember King of Limbs, and I was kind of like, it's still great, it's still Radiohead, I still love it, but I was just, I don't know, I think a part of me, it was 2007, I was just not as crazy into the music as I was during the old college days. So, And Rainbows came out, and I certainly liked it. It had, I had waited for, it's called Nude here. I think it's called Big Boots. This has been like a single, or not really a single, song of theirs. It's been around. They played it live for a long, long time, probably 15 years before this came out. Faust Arp is another one that was just kind of, they'd been singing it for a while, and it never really was fully formed. And then this album came out, and they included a couple of those on here. True Love Waits is another one, not on this, but on something with moon-shaped pool, pool-shaped moon. That has just been, they finally were like, all right, let's make it official. Let's make it Facebook official. So this album came out in 2007. I don't remember the reception, to be honest. I'm sure it was, Radiohead, best band of all time. Very good album. But the thing that made this album grow on me was, did I write it down? I'm sure I did. I did. First thing I wrote down. Oh, I've seen Radiohead live. No surprise there. There's a podcast called Dissect, which is much better than this one. Where it seems like he usually goes after hip-hop albums, and he'll just literally like tear it apart. He's like a music theory major or something, and he breaks apart the lyrics, breaks them down, breaks down the music, kind of the history of the artist or the band. And I mean, it's really interesting if you like that album, or he'll literally just tell you every single thing about it. And he did it for this album, and it blew my mind. I'd always, obviously, favorite band, had a lot of respect for them and their crafts and how much work they put into it. And then when I listened to this Dissect podcast about them, it like increased tenfold. I was blown away by just the amount of effort, focus, like the planning that goes into it. Just how do they even come up with the stuff? Like everything there's so many layers. It's just truly remarkable how they do it, how they just create their sounds. I refer to them as, it's not just let's get the guitar, the bass, the drums, and let's lay down some vocal tracks and have ourselves a good time. It's not crack open a beer and let's lay down the hits. I mean, these guys are like killing themselves trying to make the best possible music they can. And on this one, they certainly, I would say, came close. OK Computer is just forever in my heart, number one. But this one is just remarkable. 15-step leads it off. Just 15-step and Body Snatchers, both really kind of quick, fast, aggressive Radiohead songs. And then it just gives way to Nude, which is beautiful. Weird Fishes, beautiful. All I Need, kind of heartbreaking. Beautiful. Like, they're all just, there's no songs where you're like, I'll skip this one. And then the closer, Videotape. I remember that one stood out to me immediately. That was the first one where I was just like, holy cow. Like, I don't know. It just spoke to me. So, what else did I see? Yeah. I think they're the only band that could have made this album, which is maybe one of the highest compliments you can give somebody. Like, nobody else could really pull this off, just because you've got just the degree of musicianship and planning and knowledge of just music in general. There's also some crazy, make sure I'm recording, some crazy, like, almost conspiracy theories that go along with it, where they say the title track in Rainbows, I think it's track 4 or 5, and it's literally like in the very middle of the album. There's some like number theory that goes in there. I don't remember what that was. If you want to find out and you like this album, run, don't walk to that Dissect podcast, and you'll kind of fall in love with it all over again. Let me see. It seems like a very personal album for Thom Yorke. I don't know if this was before, after, during his divorce, but there's definitely some, and again, just reference Dissect one more time. They break it down, and he is going through it in this album. Just kind of revealing, I don't know, I don't want to say revealing his cards, but you'll just see just literally how deep and personal and emotional this album is. And it's, I wrote down, it is a legit perfect album. It's 10 songs, and they all work. It's just a beautiful, beautiful work of art. So, should it be higher? Probably. I don't know, but it's in the top 10, which is, it's not bad. Certainly a very good high standing. Favorite lyric I wrote: when I'm at the pearly gates, this will be on my videotape, which is, like, I always love the idea. I mean, I've joked about it before. Like, I love the idea of being able to watch my life, on video, after you die. I think that would be a lot of fun. So anyway, they kind of put that into, in that song Videotape. And if old Tommy Boy were here, he would sing, when I'm at the pearly gates, this will be on my videotape. Yep. Tried to do it the second time. Voice did something weird there at the end, but we don't need to focus on that. Let's instead... popularity contest. Don't forget it. It's a close one, and I'm shocked by the result. Highest one is 248 million. Jigsaw Falling Into Place. Would not have expected that. Right behind it, 241 million. Weird Fishes. That one's seems like it's a favorite of a lot of people. Somehow Videotape, 52 million. I don't quite know what happened there. And I have no idea why Jigsaw Falling Into Place is so popular. I'll have to revisit that one. Number nine is REM. Album is Automatic for the People. Song is Night Swimming. And I wrote down for activity, swinging on a swing. I don't really know. I was trying to figure out an activity for this, and it is a fun album to swing on a swing to. So, oh my God, the Eagles are about to score again. Ugh. Over it. Anyway, I have not seen this band live, and obviously will not, because they are broken up. They've been called the best American band of all time, and I'm not going to disagree. I always liked REM. I should put together a greatest hit. So there's, it's just so many albums and so many great songs. But it'd be really interesting. Wait, I started off saying something and I didn't know where I was going to go. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I almost put their album Up really high on this list, and I ended up taking it off completely. Up was the first one that I really got into. Monster I bought just because everyone had it. That was the Orange album it's like notoriously known. It's known as, I would say, the most purchased album at a used, well, they don't have them too much anymore, but like a used CD store. That was one that was just always there. You buy it, it's got some awesome songs on it, and I don't know, must be some clunkers on there that force people to sell it. Anyway, Automatic for the People, known for Everybody Hurts, which I have a funny song about, or a funny story about. But it's also it's a classic album. And yeah, you've got some singles. You have Everybody Hurts is just one of the biggest singles of the 90s. This came out 1992, 12 songs, 48 minutes, 52 seconds. Drive is the hey kids rockin' around. Not supposed to sound like Bob Dylan, but what can you do? Man on the Moon, that one. So this has a couple songs where I'm just like, I don't love it. So like Ignoreland, I think, is kind of annoying. And Man on the Moon, I've just heard way too many times and I no urge to listen to again. But the other ones, I would say everything else is just classic. Sweetness Follows, Star Me Kitten, Night Swimming, I put as my favorite song on here. Find the River is really pretty. Drive, Trying to Breathe. Like, there's just a lot of really classic songs, and I don't know. I think this might have been my only REM album. I knew I had to get them on here just because they're one of my favorite bands. And hey, they made it all the way to I don't know, you got to put some respect on their name. So, Everybody Hurts, my funny little story about that. So this is college days, so whatever, early 2000s. My brother came over. I don't know how he got to my house, but he did. And we got in my car, and this is back when you would just leave CDs, whatever the last CD you were listening to, that would be in the car, and whatever song you were listening to when you started the car up, that's what was played. And so it was just a funny moment where we got in my car, turned it on, Everybody Hurts was on, and he just looked at me, he's like, I mean, is everything okay? Like, do we need to talk? And it was just one of those funny moments. So, what did I write down for these goofballs? Funny story. Yeah, classic album. Well, I write this stuff down and then I just kind of say it off the top of my head. So, yeah, I do love the entire catalog. There is a podcast called it's with Scott Aukerman and Adam Scott. I find it hilarious. They did U2, REM, I think the Talking Heads. It made me appreciate U2 and REM a whole lot more, and it moved REM way up in my I don't know, favorites list, love list, whatever you want to call it. This was one that just, it made me realize, I like all the songs on here, except Man on the Moon. I don't need to hear it ever again. So, thought I loved their whole catalog. And, anyway, the podcast is called you know what? Should I have looked this up before? It's like, Are You REMing Me or something? but it's really funny, and they do give like their own just personal stories with REM and when they found out about them, and I would highly encourage you to listen to it. So far, I'm 2 for 2 on recommending other things to listen to. Michael Stipe, just beautiful voice. It's kind of unique and not unique, but I would say it's more unique than not. Some devastating songs, some like just hearty songs that want to make you hug somebody. If you're into that sort of thing. Personally, not a hugger. But yeah, it's just put this album on and just let it do what it does, you know? Popularity contest is not much of a contest. So 476 million plays for Everybody Hurts. Not a huge surprise. That song is just perfect. I think, my favorite lyric is from there as well. So I didn't write it. I mean, I did write it, but Michael wrote it first. When the day is long and the night is yours alone. When you're sure you've had enough of this life, well, hang on. And if we're here, he would say, when the day is long and the night is yours alone. When you're sure you've had enough. Let me start over. That sucked. When the day is long, that's worse. And the night is yours alone. When you're sure you've had enough of this life, hang on. Okay, so maybe he does have a very beautiful, unique voice, and I can't hold a candle to it. Whatever. Listen to the album. It's great. Number 8. I do have one controversial album on here, and we will get into it. Oh, yes, we will get... I almost skipped ahead. Sorry. All right, number 8 is Pearl Jam. I will address Joe's concerns regarding this album. How many tracks is it? It's actually 14 songs, because it says, there's some demos. Anyway, album is Vitology, favorite song Corduroy, and for activity I wrote Being in Timeout, Grounded as a kid, because this came out 94, I was 12, that adds up, checks out, and I was in the middle of teenage angst. I loved this album. So the first Pearl Jam album that I really got into, I did not write down, but I have seen them live in Tampa Bay and loved it. I would love to see them again. I might have messed up. I don't know. This is one of the ones where I'm like, I didn't include 10 in my top 100, which seems like a oopsie doozy. So my friend Joe texted me sometime this week. He must have seen my 20 through 11, and he's like, I hope I'm seeing 10 soon. And I had to inform him that will not be happening. And I might have goofed. That might have been a goof by me, so my bad. I need to revisit that. So 10, I realize I'm supposed to talk about Vitology, but I do have to explain. 10 just kind of is one of those that was always around, and I knew it was like, by the time I got around to listening to it, I'd already heard Once and Alive and Even Flow and Black and Jeremy. Oh my God, I should have put this album on there. But I'd already heard them so many times. So by the time I really got into it, there was just like, I don't know, it was like listening to the radio. It was like, if that makes sense. So I love the art of discovering bands, albums, whatever, and it just, this is almost like my plea to Joe to not unfriend me. But there was no discovery with that album for the most part. It was kind of already laid out. So it was no songs that like felt personal to me. It was just, these are all hits. So anyway, let's get to Vitology. I love it. It still gets me going. Last Exit. Is that the one with one of these have whipping? You know what? It's probably whipping. This album still gets me going. It is, let me just run through. So Last Exit, good Lord. Yeah. Spin the Black Circle. I mean, it's on my running list. Not For You. This turned me into a teenager again. This is not for you. Tremor Christ this album has 2 or 3 songs where the lyrics have just been some of my favorite lyrics of all time. Just like kind of heavy, true statements that you're like, whoa, that checks out, man. I said checks out again, but it just really resonates. Nothing Man, kind of been beaten to death a little bit, but still gets me. Whipping gets me into a lather or a frenzy. Pride 2, I can't remember how that goes, but Corduroy is just a good Lord. Put that on. Is that the most? Better Man is so many good songs. Hold on. Bugs, we know it. We love it. It's a little weird. Satan's Bed. I am going through the entire track list just because, Joe, hear me out. Look at all the songs. Satan's Bed is so much fun. Better Man is just a classic. I Davanita. I think that's just like, that one's fun. Immortality is track 13, and it's just like a classic. I think I literally sang this song to Sophie Friday night. Sophie's my puppy. And it's a long song. It's 5 minutes, 18 seconds. For the first half, it literally was like a concert. She was adoring me, and then she was jumping on me. It was actually really cute. So, anyway, yes, this album was my first Pearl Jam album, immediately a favorite, and it's just never left my favorites list. Perfect album, I wrote down. I don't even know what Stupid Bop is, but it just has a lot. A lot of love, anger, weird stuff. It definitely felt like almost not like forbidden, but it was just like, ooh, what is the album like Vitology? I still don't know what that means. I think I've looked it up before, but it never stuck in my crawl. And like just it wasn't just a classic like plastic album. It was like a paper. I don't know if you had it, but like the when you bought it, it was just this paper thing, and it had all this like cryptic stuff. It just felt like you were discovering this like dark arts kind of thing. And yeah, 12-year-old me, I was just immediately, hooked. And 30 years later, oh my gosh, still hooked. And let's see, there's a little bit of punk in there, some singable like anthems. It's just, every song was kind of just its own thing, but it all fits together really well too. I wrote down it's a masterpiece, and I'm not backing down. It's just truly just a special album in my heart of hearts. Favorite lyric, I wrote, little secrets, tremors turn to quake. The smallest oceans still get big, big waves. How about that? A little philosophy for you. So let's see if I can pull it off. Little secrets, tremors, turn to quake. Boom. The smallest ocean still get big, big wave. Yep, the that was extra. So let's move to number 7. This is, as you can see, I'm having a little fun with my top 10. For one, Pam's not here, so I'm a little less self-conscious. Also, it's my top 10, guys. I love these songs. Number 6 is controversial. It's controversial with me. Anyway, number 7 is the Smashing Pumpkins. Album is Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Favorite song is 1979. And I didn't put a MFing activity down. On the fly, I don't know. This is a lot. So much of this is on my gym playlist. I'm going to do a shout out to my brother, Zach. this was his favorite album, and it wasn't always one of mine. I should say his favorite rock album. I think he liked P. Diddy. Is this bad timing for that? So this album, I mean, when it came out, it was just, let's count the singles. Did I count the singles already before I do all this? I don't think I did. Okay. Single, Tonight, hit single. Zero, hit single. Bullet with Butterflies, come on, brah, hit single. Muzzle might have been a single, might have not. I honestly don't remember. 33, hit single. 1979, good lord, gigantic single. That might be the ends of the singles. I think it is. There are 28 songs. This is I'm going to call this one a masterpiece as well. Like, it's just, I didn't really appreciate it as much. Probably because it came out 1995. I was 13. And you threw on Bullet with Butterfly Wings and get the hell out of my way. Popularity. Oh, did I do popularity contest for Pearl Jam? Hold on. I did not. But this can't be accurate. It's got Better Man at 190 million, but it's got like Corduroy at 41 million. So let's assume those are more popular. They have to be. Back to Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Double album. I don't believe I had ever bought a double album at that time. But this is one that it flew off the shelves. It had to be number one. I wrote down one of the best-selling double albums of all time. I think I did that without doing the research, so let's just assume I'm right. I did write my first note on this was so much fun in all caps. This album, fun, underrated. I wrote it's all over the place, I guess. There's metal, piano, alternative rock. Maybe it's not all over the place. It's just those three things. It's definitely kind of an immature album. I'm going to knock this thing down and then build it up. So it's a little immature, but honestly, it's just part of the fun. It also just rocks so hard, in like a fun way. So not like, maybe a little bit of metal, I guess, but it is just Scorched Earth, which is probably a song. I think Tales of a Scorched Earth, is that a song? It is. But it just goes so hard, and I love that this guy swung for the fences. And popularity contest, it's not even close. It's 1979, 704 million. So doing numbers. This made Smashing Pumpkins probably the biggest band in the world while this thing was doing its thing. I know I counted out the singles. I forgot how many, but like at least 4 to 5 hit singles, and probably could have been more. I am just gonna list. So the intro is like, I shouldn't say it's famous, but like, love the piano intro. Not what you're expecting from a double album from Smashing Pumpkins, who just had made Siamese Dream. Just a huge guitar album. They come out, and trust me, there's guitars galore in this, but the first one is just like a weird palate cleanser, just like a little classical music piano. And then Tonight is just kind of a really poppy song. And then it's just Jelly Belly, Zero. I don't remember how Here's No Why goes, and Bullet with Butterfly Wings, and we are up and away. Ode to No One, Love. Some of these songs, I know them as soon as I hear them. For whatever reason, I can't remember them as I'm just scrolling through. Bodies is so good. XYU. I texted my friend Pete. Oh my God, We Only Come Out at Night is on this. Yeah, so it's just maybe the most fun album. Should I flip around? Might be the most fun album of all time. It's just like, get in there and play around. XYU it's on my gym playlist, and it came on sometime this past week. And I text my friend Pete. I'm like, you have to put this on your workout mix. and he texted me back. He's like, "Oh my god, I forgot how much I love this song," and he immediately added it. It's just this. He got to see them, I think, as they were getting big in a small venue in Chicago, which I believe Billy Corgan's from there. Definitely jealous about that, but yeah, the Pumpkins themselves kind of a mess. It's mainly Billy, and then he's got. You know what? They're almost like a super group. You know all the people. It's like James Iha, DRC, the drummer, Jimmy Chamberlain, I think, who died, I want to say, of an overdose. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm wrong about that. But anyway, so maybe that's all I have. It's so much fun. If you like just rock music, oh my God, just dive in and just have yourself a little party. Definitely a great road album. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you just want to like kind of let your inner rock star shine, this is the album to do it with. So I am going to have fun with this lyric. Me and my friend Matt Tucker from back in the day, I think we just used to randomly, and Shane, his brother as well, used to just randomly sing the beginning. It's one of the most, hey, that word again, fun. Bullet with Butterfly Wings. It's one of the most fun just intros to a song of all time. So lyric is, the world is a vampire set to drain, secret destroyers hold you up to the flames, and what do I get for my pain? Betrayed desires and a piece of the game. The lyrics, honest, it's not strong lyrically, but when he sings it, it just hits. Like it hits that inner child. It sounded a little abusive, but anyway. So if old Billy Bob were here, recently in the news, because somehow he said I don't know if he was joking that he might be related to Bill Burr. That was a weird one. So let's go for it. The world is a vampire. That's gonna be a hard voice to do. The world is a vampire. Why do I sound southern? Let's try it one more time, and then we're just gonna roll with whatever comes out. Maybe we won't. The world is a vampire sent to drain. Secret destroyers hold you up to the flames. And what do I get for my pain? Betrayed desires and a piece of a game. And then I didn't write it down, but even though I know, I suppose I'll show all my shouting. I don't know the words, but you can see where I get a little carried away with this album. Anyway, here's where we get we/me, because it's mainly me here doing all the work. So number 6. I was as shocked as anyone. And I got to go back and be like, really? Number 6? But, and I actually meant to go back and like listen to all of her stuff again, because I'm like, how did I get her there? I don't know if this was me just being more inclusive. Like, I got to get a lady in there in my top 10. Because I really do. It happened, I don't remember when. I actually do remember when. It was Waxahachie. She got me, woke me up to like, oh, female musicians are amazing. So, this is Sharon, I don't even know how to say her name, Sharon Van Etten. I will say one of my favorite album covers of all time. Completely nailed the album cover with this song, this album. Whoever did that deserves, I don't know, an award? Kudos? Snack? So, artist, let's say Sharon Van Etten. Etten. Could be Eaton. Album is Are We There? Favorite song, Every Time the Sun Comes Up. And I wrote down, activity is going full Thelma and Louise. So, yeah. I will absolutely just adore this album. I can't. Let me see what I wrote down. Yeah, I wrote down this album is probably way too high, but something about it feels like an absolute bullseye, and I agree with myself. I think I make a good point. It just does not. I don't want to say does not disappoint. It feels like it is nailing what it's trying to accomplish. It does, and it is absolutely perfect. Yeah, the combination of her music and her voice, which, that's pretty... how long can I say before people tune out? Just the combination of her music and her voice, it's just a specific emotion, and I think maybe we've all been there. Yeah, so I wrote down, it's a woman that's in a kind of a fading relationship, feels stuck, and I don't know what it is, but it's something. When I heard this is 2014. Wow, 11 years ago. Not a ton of popularity here. Oh, Every Time the Sun Comes Up, my jam, 88 million. So, I think half of my reviews so far has been me saying, is that helpful? I keep going back to it. So I wrote down, it just honestly, okay, I know why. It feels like she's pouring her heart on this album. 2014, 11 songs, 47 minutes. It just feels like more than a diary. This is just like, here's my life. I put it on a record. I hope you like it. And I don't know. There's something that I connect with on there where I'm like, I don't know. Do I have these women in my life who are, maybe I do, that are just kind of stuck in relationships, and it's kind of like, it's just not easy to get out of those things. I'm like, well, this is one where you just kind of have to listen to it. Let me see. The songs probably tell you more than, I shouldn't say more. They tell you as much as you need to know. So Afraid of Nothing, I think that's about her man saying he's afraid of nothing, but then not doing anything. Taking Chances. This is another one where I think she's like took chance on her man, but he's unwilling to take a chance on himself. Your Love Is Killing Me. That one seems obvious. Tarifa, I don't know what that means. I Love You But I'm Lost. Hey. You Know Me Well is another one. Break Me is another one. Yeah, You Know Me Well. I think it's like, I'm just going to come back to you despite not being happy, and because maybe she sees something in him. Nothing Will Change. Hey, that seems pretty on the nose. Every Time the Sun Comes Up has my favorite lyric, and it's the last track, number 11, and I do remember hearing this, and I was just like, wow, this is, it just feels so personal. So we'll just skip to my favorite lyric, which is, people say I'm a one-hit wonder, but what happens when I have two? I washed your dishes, but I shit in your bathroom. And her delivery of that is, 10 out of 10. She nailed it. So I'll try to replicate it with a woman's voice. Although if you heard me sing Radiohead, you might know I'm capable of anything. Weird time to go Batman. So, people say I'm a one-hit wonder, but what happens when I have to? I washed your dishes, but I shit in your bathroom. End of quote. And then I think after that is, every time the sun comes up, I'm in trouble. I'm having a pretty good singing day. Can we all agree? Nod if you agree. Okay. Number 6. Number 5. Sorry. No controversy here. Album is the same as the artist. So artist is The New Year. Album is The New Year. Why did I write down The New Year? Okay. Oh, album is not The New Year. Album is The End Is Near. Grunch. Favorite song, Sinking Ship. This is another one that just like pierced my soul. And activity has a lot to do with sinking ship. On the way to a party you don't want to go to, put this thing on. I never got to see these guys. This was part of my trifecta of like albums that got me through the worst relationship, breakup, whatever you want to call it, of my life, and I just love it. Who's calling? Text? Oh, it's me. I'm trying to finish this before she gets back, so let's speed it up. How many? 40 minutes? Good. Yeah. Okay. So, because number 4, I'm doing something super embarrassing, so let's get through it. So the new year, my favorite guitar sounds from a band ever. They are only 9 songs. Hot dog. 2004, 9 songs, 34 minutes. Most popular is Ugly. Track 1, 991,000. After that, the next one's 127,000. So this lyrically just amazing. The guitars and just the way they play guitar. There's something about it that speaks to me. I honestly can't explain it, but I hear it and it just like strikes a chord. I can listen to this album over and over and over and over again. So, yep, favorite guitarist. I started loving this band. I wrote down 7 years ago, but maybe longer. But ever since I really got into them, they have, I want to say 4 albums. It has been, it's just been a huge love fest ever since. Yes, Hushed Whispered Singing, which is my crack. Finally picked guitars, and it clicks perfectly in my brain. Songs about hating parties, bad relationships, death. These are catnip for me. So, I'm going to pause this real quick so I can turn on the Chiefs Bills game. And that was that. Sorry, I forgot that game was on. By the way, I think I slept 4 to 5 hours last night, and I did not take a nap today. So if you get a little craziness out of me, that is why. But let's also speed up. It's almost 7 o'clock. The new year, I think I wrapped that one up. Lyrics. I wrote, there's nothing worse than a party when you don't know anybody. The men want to get it on. The women want to show it off. I just want to get out of here and unhook the smile from my ears. Just poetry. I don't love going to parties, and this one spoke to me like nothing else. I'm not I don't know. Maybe I know it's not just me, but you ever been to that party and just like, I don't really know anyone here. What am I doing? Honestly, I just want to get out of here, go home, and play Spider Solitaire and eat a Pop-Tart. So, Chiefs are about to rumble, bumble. So when they sing it, they say, oh yeah, I do love the way this guy sings. So the 2 things, they combine, I love the way that he sings, and I love the way that he plays guitar. And that's all you need to know about that. Okay. I think as I get tired, I start talking really fast. There's nothing worse than a party when you don't know anybody. The men wanna get it on, the women wanna show it off. I just wanna get out of here and unhook the smile from my ears. And then the guitar goes, meow, meow. Okay, let's move it on up to, it's about to get real embarrassing, folks. Artist number 4. Only for the lyric part, because you're just going to find out. We got to do something special for the top 10. Artist, Mos Def, the mighty Mos Def. Album is Black on Both Sides. Favorite song is Miss Fat Booty. And I put for activity, buying a home in Brooklyn. So, hip-hop, let me see. I say hip-hop, rap, whatever you want to call it. I think, how did I get into, hip-hop rap? This came out in 99, so I was already into it. I want to say it was DMX that like was the first one where I was just like, hells yes. So DMX with this guy's doing push-ups in the end zone. It's Dark and Hell is Hot. That one, I remember seeing Get At Me Dog. I love the color of like the music video, and that one really got to me. I think I really enjoyed Mace, but it, it was more just like, haha, a lot of fun. And then at some point, 99, this album, I remember seeing the video. I don't know what I saw it on. Probably BET. And because I don't think I had MTV at the time, I saw this video and I was like stuck. I was just frozen in time. I was like, what is this? There's hip hop like this? And it spoke to me immediately. And the album cover art is just, literally this picture is on my wall. It's him. It's just simple and plain. And he most immediately became one of my favorite just musicians, artists, because he's an actor, he's a poet, he was on some kind of slam poetry thing, I think, at one point, on MTV. But he's just a cool, interesting guy. And then like he was kind of the genesis of my foray. Who am I? My kind of just discovery. Let's just say that instead. My discovery of hip hop, like indie hip hop, or I don't know. There's so many terms for it, but it was like him. And then I remember in college, my friend Dane introduced me to Kweli, his album, which I'd never heard. I knew about Black Star because I got into them after I heard this. I'm like, there's more of this stuff. And then Tribe Called Quest is fine. I just never really got into it. But and then it was like I was just all over the Rawkus label, and like I did enjoy my Wu-Tang Clan, which they didn't make it, which is weird. And I thought either GZA or Ghostface album would make my top 100, but it did not. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to revisit somehow. But anyway, I'm just chit-chatting away. Yeah, oh, you know what? Wow, I did write down. So yeah, before this, it was like Puff Daddy, Mace, No Limit, DMX, and there was this album, this band called Styles of Beyond that I really liked their one song. Anywho, then Most came out, and this album is, obviously it's number 4. Just an absolute masterpiece. It's, I don't know, I can't say enough things about it. Miss Fat Beauty is my favorite song on there. That's the one that hooked me. But there's just a lot of like, this is the realest. Fear Not a Man is so good. I honestly feel like you get smarter if you listen to this album. It talks about water. Do It Now is, oh wait, not Do It Now. I mean, Do It Now is, it's fine. But Got is the one that I was meant to say. Got is really good. Just teach you how to act if you're ever in Brooklyn. Umi Says is like a spiritual thing. New World Water really makes you think about what you should value. Rock and Roll, I was not expecting. It's literally him. And I think he was rumored to have a rock project that never really happened. Climb is kind of soulful. Brooklyn is about Brooklyn. Habitat. Anyway, I'm just listing all the songs. I can't list all of them because there's a bad word on there. Yeah, so he was just different. A lot of different topics. Literally, small storytelling. His storytelling was amazing. He's really soulful. A lot of important messages and principles. And this is just almost like a Bible to live by, right? So, yeah, it was, I don't know, a game changer for me. It literally changed the game. No, it just made me see like, oh, it's like hip hop can do so many things, and this should be on the Mount Rushmore of hip hop albums because it just like it's capable. It's more than just clever lyrics or good beats or whatever. Kind of like music. It's like guitar is more than just like cool sounding guitars and good vocals. It's like it can actually have a message, right? So this is what that did, and I'm gonna honor it by Let's see how far I could go. I am going to rap Miss Fat Booty. I do have the lyrics in front of me. If you think I'm doing this from memory, you're out of your mind. Let's just see how far I can go. I don't know if I get in trouble for this, but the whole thing is good. Let me get a little water. Let's just see what I can do. The reason I was trying to figure out my favorite lyric, and I'm like, just the whole freaking thing. So anyway, I should do a little, what is that called? Not a waiver, like a warning disclaimer that when I rap, I tend to sound like a Jamaican person. So let's just assume that's going to happen at some point. This is a bad idea to turn on this football game. Come on, Bills. Score some points. Okay. So, Mustaf, Miss Fat Booty. I'm going to skip the intro part because who wants to hear that? Okay. Let's just give it a whirl, Brook. Face your fear. Yo, in she came with the same type game, the type of girl giving out a fake cell phone and name. Big fame, she like cats with big things. Jewels chip, money clip, phone flip, the 6 range. I seen her on the Ave, spotted her more than once. Ass so fat that you could see it from the front. She spot me like paparazzi, shot me a glance in that cot woman stance with the fat booty pants. Hot damn, what's your name, love? Where you came from? Neck and wrists laced up, very little makeup. Schwins at the Reebok gym, tone your frame up. Is sugar and spice the only thing that you made of? I could not be a rapper. I would just be silly. This would not go well. I tried to play it low key, but how do I sound? Somebody tell me. I just realized I sound like a hip, a hop, a hip-a-doo-ba-doo, hip-a-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I tried to play it low key. Now I can't help but hear myself. I sound like Michael Scott rapping. I tried to play it low-key, but couldn't keep it down. Asked her to dance, and she was like, yo, I'm leaving now. An hour later, sounds from Jamaica. She sipping Chris straight up, skanking wine at her waist up. Scene 2, my fam's throwing the jam. Farid is on the stand, big things is in the plans. The brother Big Move makes space for me to move. Hey, yo, this my man Most, baby, let me introduce. I turn around, say, what? Let's just let that sit there for a second. You was the same pretty bird, or I'd probably... How do they do this without reading it and drinking water the whole time? You was the same... Oh, I tried to do that without looking. You was the same pretty bird who I'd proudly observe... You was the same pretty bird who I'd proudly... How the F do you do that? Okay. You was the same pretty bird who I had priorly observed. Now we get back to it. That is tough to say it fast. Who had priorly... I gotta listen to how he does it. Trying to play me for the herb, yeah, that's her. Shocked as hell she couldn't get it together. I just played along and pretended I never met her. How you feeling? I won't find. My name is Most. I'm Charisse. I heard so much good about you. It's nice to finally meet. We moved to the booth reserved for crew specially. Honey Love ended up sitting directly next to me. I'm type of light, but now I'm looking at her skeptically. Cause baby girl got all the white... Oh, what am I saying? Because baby girl got all the right weaponry. I know what I was doing. I was switching the W and the R. Guys, respect to rappers for being able to do this. I'm literally reading the lyrics, and I'm struggling. I'm type polite, but now I'm looking at her skeptically. Because baby girl got all the white... Let's just say white weaponry. That's what I really want to do. White weaponry. Nope. Because baby girl got all the right weaponry. Losing my voice as this goes. Design of fabric, shoes, and accessories. Cheeky eyes, sweet voices fucking with me mentally. We conversated, made her laugh. You know me, bro. Yeah, you know me, bro. This is fun. I should do this more often. Even though I know the Stilo, she wild sweet, yo. I'm about to murk. I say peace to the family. She hop up like, how you gonna leave before you dance with me? Singing. She blew my whole head with that Oh, wait. I don't know this part as well. She my head with that Duke. I was like, word? Excuse me. She blew my whole head with that Duke. I was like, word? I played a low dough. I was like, yeah, all right, come on then, let's go. N-words was mad. N-words was so sick. I tell you, I gotta go slow on these. Yo, honey was so blazing. Oh, this is why. This isn't the rapping part. Sorry for the extreme coughing. Yo, this is the thing. Okay. Back to what I do best, rapping. Yo, let me apologize for the other night. I know it wasn't right, but baby, you know what it's like. Some brothers don't become right. I understand, I'm feeling you. Besides, can I have a dance? Ain't really that original. I sound like such a kooky dookie. We laughed about it, traced her arms across my shoulder blades. They playing lovers rock. I got the folded fingers on her waist. Heat my blood up like the Arizona summer song finished. Thing she whispered, honey, let's exchange numbers. Scene 3. Weeks for dating, late night conversation in the crib, heart racing, trying to be cool and patient. She touched on my eyelids, the room fell silent. She walked away smiling, singing Gregory Isaacs like, if I don't have you. Show me a tan line and a tattoo. Playing Sade, sweetest taboo, burning candles. All my other plans got canceled. Man, I smashed it like an Idaho potato. She called me at the J.O. Come on, I can't say no. Ginseng, tree trunks, rock in the P-funk, cocking her knees up, champion lover, not ease up. 3 months, she called, I feel I'm running the fever. Oh, guess who's here? Jamaica, man. Let's see if I can do that without. I can't. I already know I can't. But I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, this is fun. 3. I know what I'm going to do. Okay, just do it already. God. 3 months, she called. 3 months, she called, I feel I'm running a fever. 6 months, I'm telling her I desperately need her. 9 months, flew like... Okay, that's too much Jamaican. 9 months, flew like symptoms when shorty not around. I need more to knock it down. I'm really trying to lock it down. Midnight, we'll hook up and go wet up on a stove and let her know, sweetheart, I gotta have it. She telling me commitment is something she can't manage. Wake up the next morning, she gone like it was magic. Oh, damn it. My shit is on Harrison Ford frantic. My 911, so fast. My 911 is answered by my fly Taurus Enchantress. Next week, hit me up. It's all Charisse at the Kitty Club with some banging ass Asian playing. Lay it down, let me up. What? Wow. That is how you podcast, ladies and gentsies. Good Lord. That was not easy. Both for me, and I cannot wait to listen back to this. This is going to be... Oh, Lord. Okay. How do we go back? How do we ever go back to before I did that? Number 3. Smog is the artist. One of my faves. Obviously. Album is Dongs of Savotion. Come on, guys. What's not to love? And favorite song is Cold Discovery. Material's a little rough, but it's cool. Wait, it's not cool. Let's just not say anything. Favorite song, God, what did I write? Oh, I did. Long drive, or favorite activity, long drive after burying a body. Let's go! All right, so... Oh, wait, did I do the most stuff numbers? Hold on. We have to go back. Miss Fat Booty, 264 million. Putting up stats. So Smog is Bill Callahan. You've heard me talk about him before. Maybe my favorite lyricist of all time? This album is so good. Came out 2000. 11 songs, hour and 1 minute. This one caught me off guard. I think this is the first... I'd kind of heard about him a little bit. I gave this one a try. I believe because I liked the song title, Dress Sexy. Maybe I just won't talk. Dress Sexy at My Funeral. I was like, well, that's a fun song. So I listened to it. And then I listened to the rest. And this... Damn it. Hold on. Let me message. Pam calling. I'm potting. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Doing the potting. Okay. see if she gets the massage. Okay. She'll be here probably in 7 minutes. So let's go. Let's see how fast. All right, Smog, very, very good. I absolutely love every song on this album. So many. I think there's I don't know which song. Blood Flow has kids singing some like chorus. Blood Flow, blood. This is also a very fun album. It's definitely kind of, I would say, a little bit of a downer, but I just love every single second of it. Yeah, I said that and then I had to check, and I do. Oddly enough, Dress Sexy at My Funeral, the thing that got me here and was one of my favorites, it's a little upbeat, and so I don't listen to it. I don't know. This album is absolutely perfect. My friend Therm, he likes Knock Knock, I think, the best, which it's a close second. But it's close and it's not. This one is absolutely perfect album. It's number 3. No surprise how much I love it. I probably don't need to say that because it's number 3. I wrote he's the most devastating artist I know. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, his stories cut to the core so quickly and effectively. Like Sherlock. Oh, you know what? Good job, Brook. Like Sherlock breaking a person down based on the shirt they're wearing. He really knows how to get to the core of someone, their life, their story. It's enjoyable, soothing, clever, and cold at the same time. Amazing long drive album, late night album, early morning album. Like, just put this thing on. Favorite lyric. I don't know. I want to go into more, but it's also we're over an hour, and Pam will be here soon. So, favorite lyric I wrote, well, I never thought I'd be one of those men with pinups on their walls for all to see. And I didn't write it down, but I think the next line is, I thought that was just for mechanics. And when he sings it, he goes, well, I never thought I'd be one of those men with pinups on the walls for all to see. And that was just one where you're like, oh, I immediately know who this person is. He's got pinups on his wall. Like, you kind of, once somebody has that on their wall, you've got a pretty good idea of what kind of person they are. Like I say, he's just like, honestly, he's like just a true artist at doing that. He's an expert. Okay, I'm not going to give this the due that it should have. Number 2, favorite song. Did I give the numbers? 4.4 million. The rest of them are not popular. Not a huge shocker. Number 2, Elliott Smith is the artist, R.I.P. Album is Either Or. Favorite song, Between the Bars, sort of. I mean, this is another one I'll go into. And activity, I put background music for a suicide note. Album came out, oh wait, did I say when? I did. It came out 2000. Wait, did I? I did. You did. Elliott Smith came out in 1997, maybe the best. OK Computer, this, some others. That's an amazing year. 12 songs, almost 37 minutes. 12 song is absolute perfection. Like, this is like one of those pound for pound. This is I don't know who a good boxer is. I was going to say Muhammad Ali, but just like it hits so hard. Most popular is Between the Bars at 221 million. Let me see. Perfect album. Yes. You know what? Maybe I'll do this singing while Pam's not here. Let's just see how quick I can do this. So, yeah, perfect album. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Literally would not change a thing. Sweet, intimate, depressing, sad, beautiful, perfect morning, late night album. As you can tell, I love morning and late night albums. Singer-songwriter. If Cobain has the best scream, he has the best whispery voice. Also his guitar playing, kind of like the New Year. He just has, Elliott Smith is just like a pure soul. I think I already talked about how he died with one of his earlier albums, so I don't need to get into that. Honestly, like, if you just need an album, hopefully it's not for a suicide note, but like, just if you want to hear what perfect music sounds like, this is the one. Also, yeah, you know what? Love that dude. This is another one where I put the song lyrics on a t-shirt in college. So, and I believe it was this lyric. So lyric is, you're such a pinball. Yeah, you know it's true. There's always something you'll go back running to follow the path of no resistance. And when he sings it, he would go, you're such a pinball, yeah, you know it's true. There's always something you'll go back running to follow the path of no resistance. And then after that, he goes, it's such a sweet smile. On your face. I don't know how it goes. Oh, speed trials. All right, numero uno. Let's get to it. Radiohead, album is OK Computer. I've talked about it. Favorite song, Paranoid Android. Pam is here. Favorite activity was Abducted by Aliens. And Sophie's here. I might just have to pause. Hello.
I didn't say we're on the potty.
Podding.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me pause. Alrighty. So Pam is here. We will not. Maybe we'll sing. We'll see. I've been singing. Oh, I've got a dandy of a surprise on this one.
Yeah.
Just you wait. Anyway, I'm potting currently. So if you could keep down the. Just kidding. Yeah. Oh, you know what? This is gonna get real awkward because I had a funny story that I don't want to necessarily share. Well, you'll listen. Do you ever listen to these?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
What story? You just tell it if I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah,
Just
fair
tell
enough.
it now.
All right.
Jeez.
So, I'm trying to find my notes here. Mixed based on the track list. Mixes. Oh, yeah. So I used to make. You know what? It's just weird having somebody right beside me. We're gonna pause and see if I can just resume this later.
Bro.
Hey, and we're back after I don't know how long. I made a berry bowl. I gotta do things. Computer isn't. There we go. Okay. Anyway, sorry, we got a little delayed. That's why I was trying to finish so that wouldn't happen. But anywho, so Radiohead, it had to happen on the favorite album of all time. So 97, 12 songs, 53 minutes. It's the best of all time. I can't even say it's not even close. It's just it's the pinnacle. So everything, I was obsessed with everything about this. The cover art, all the B-sides, Tom York, I was just obsessed with the lyrics. I'll probably do, I don't want this to be a huge one, but let me see. I wrote down, okay. So my mixes, I made a lot of back in the day you do mixes for people. So CD mixes or tape mixes, and I based them all, I shouldn't say all, most of them I based on the track list of OK Computer. So the first one is an energetic, kind of catches you, a fast-paced song. The second one tends to be, if there's a Paranoid Android kind of song in the mix, then I'll do that. But still also up-tempo, but maybe a longer one, maybe something a little funky. The third one is always kind of a sweet spot. So not quite a ballad, but a the subterranean homesick alien of songs. So mid-tempo, we'll put it that way. Track 4, exit music for a film, ballad. So I'd always try to put kind of the heavier song there. Let Down, not quite a ballad, but I guess another mid-tempo. And so I would do that. And then 6 would be kind of a sneaky one. That's Karma Police. By the way, I used to be able to look at, I could tell you this album track list backwards, forwards. It was insane. I do want to see most popular song, which I am sort of shocked. It's No Surprises at 864 million. I thought Karma Police, 625 million for Karma Police. So this album is just insane, the membrane good. Yeah, just I won't see. You know what? Let me try not to say just how good it is. So, any stories I have. So, I did have one. I had a crush on this girl. This album came out in 97, so obviously this is a long time ago, but I had a crush on this girl. I think I was like a sophomore in college when this happened. Had to be. So I told this story recently to some friends because I had forgotten about it. But this girl that I had a crush on for probably years, I finally got her to come over to my, where I lived. It was like a triplex with my friend Matt Scanlon, shout out. And she finally comes over, and it's like, just girl you've been pursuing for a while. Finally, you've got her in your web, and what do? Well, I sit her on the couch and I put on my Radiohead music video collection. And if you probably know how the rest of the story goes, which is it didn't go anywhere. So it was just, that was me. That was the level of game that I was dishing out back in my early 20s. So, not great. Not a good look. Let me see if I had any funny stories here. Listening to it. Once while driving home, so this was probably freshman year of college. I lived at home in Crawfordville, drove to Tallahassee, and then I also worked in Tallahassee at a Pizza Hut, and I would, almost a fumble. I would, it was late, so sometimes you'd close at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. or whatever. I wouldn't get home till midnight. So anyway, one of those nights I do remember, and I used to sing every single night. They didn't have podcasts around, so or maybe they did, but I didn't listen. So I would just put on a CD and I would be singing the entire way home. It was dark, nobody could see me. So anyway, one night, listened to Radiohead, and I think it might have been while I was listening to Subterranean Homesick Alien. I look up and I'm pretty sure I saw a spaceship. Anyway, no biggie. Yeah, and then after that I'd be driving at night and just looking around, waiting for aliens to abduct me. The album changed everything. It turned me into an obsessive music elitist snob. I like to think for the better, but it literally just, this happened, and I don't know if I still have this album, but it just got burned. The album was, how do I compare it? This CD case just looks like it's 100 years old. I might still have it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the artwork, I just became obsessed with everything, all the mythology around the album. I ate all of it up. Let me see. Do I have any funny song stories? Paranoid Android, I do remember the video for that. The cartoon one was pretty interesting. Exit music for a film, I believe, was in Romeo and Juliet, and I think they wrote it for that song or for that movie. I do remember Climbing Up the Walls was Lucky might have been one of my initially favorite songs. It made me think about the movie Hatchet, because I think it's about being in a, I think it's a plane crash. I want to say he wrote this after being in a car crash, and so he was definitely, I don't know. This album came out actually before 2000, obviously, 97, and it just, I'm saving my worst review for OK Computer, which is a shame. I think it has to do with the 45-minute break that I just took. Anyway, Lucky, I know I identified with that. The music video for No Surprises is so great, and if the making of it was maybe even better, just him failing. He's basically trying to sing the entire song while this Oh, wait, is he singing it? I think maybe he sings it at first, and he's got his head in like this, I won't call it a fishbowl. It's like a underwater mask or whatever, but they're filling the thing up with water as the song goes on, and then eventually they have this thing where they can just pull the plug out from under it and let the water out, and he's trying his best. The song is 3 minutes and 49 seconds, so he's trying and he keeps failing, and he's just getting really pissed off because he's trying to hold his breath as long as he can, but that's a heck of a long time to hold one's breath. So maybe that's it. I feel like I should have more to say. The Tourist makes me think of the Jetsons for some reason. Let Down is just a beautiful, beautiful song. It's absolutely perfect album, obviously. Fitter Happier, I used that. So in college, I had to take an order class, and we had to do like recite some speech or whatever. I think it had to be just kind of like random things, and so I chose Fitter Happier, which, if you know it, is just gobbledygook. It's pretty random stuff, and so I remember memorizing that and saying that, and I believe I remember a lot of my college cohorts looking at me just being like, what the fudge? So it's about to be, no, it's not a touchdown. Okay. I guess let's just end there. Karma Police is a banger. Is that how I end it? Call it. Karma Police is quite a banger. No, this album is just like, there's so much like paranoia, angst. There's so much beauty. It's literally just the whole circle. Electioneering, Climbing the Walls, sort of my favorite there for a while. Paranoid Android, I just can't get away from because it's just one of the best songs of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, that's it. It's just the perfect album and my number one for life. So, favorite lyric I wrote down: up above, aliens hover, making home movies for the folks back home. Of all these weird creatures who lock up their spirits, drill holes in themselves, and live for their secrets. What's not to love about that? So I will try to sing it. Pam is upstairs. Let's just see if I can do this without embarrassing myself. Oh, you know what? I've never shared my R&B voice. Should I do that? Not really my R&B voice, but my fun voice to sing in, which is, I'll use Time of Your Life as an example. I hope you had the time of your life. Anyway, that was too big of a review. But I do enjoy singing that way. I won't do that for this because it deserves better. Radiohead, the lyric or the song goes: up above, aliens hover, making home movies for the folks back home. Of all these weird creatures who lock up their spirits, draw holes in themselves, and live for their secrets. Oh, man. So good. OK Computer, absolutely love it. I would say I probably don't listen to it as much just because I've listened to it so much. It's like Seinfeld for me. As soon as I hear the first bink, I already know the entire song. So, but even then, it's still so good, still so beautiful, still has like this little mystery to it, I'd say. And the songs just still absolutely deliver. Actually, just looking at them, like, ooh, I want to listen to The Tourist. Ooh, I want to listen to Lucky. And yeah, I guess if I had to recommend one album, it would be this one. This is definitely on my desert island. If you have one album to bring, it's going to be this one. So Anyway, I hope you listened to this. That was not what I meant to say. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I'll probably be doing some kind of movie thing here in the future, and then also just my interviews with people, which I think are fun. So, hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. If I missed one, I know Joe said the Pearl Jam 10, but I'm open to criticism for the most part. So, anyway, have a great day.